Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has a quiet weekend. We've had a small rally today, but there's absolutely no evidence that our wave count needs to be revised or changed. The support levels are holding at the moment, and as I mentioned to you, against the $44,459 level, I'm focusing on higher. At the moment, I'm still leaning to the idea that this wave 4 is unfolding. It could just be an ABC structure. We're going to take a look at that. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. UTC, we've got our member live stream. It's going to be interesting in case anybody wants to participate or check out our membership. Every Sunday we do a member live stream at 5 p.m. UTC. And this week's topic, there's always an educational topic. We also take a look at charts, but there's usually an educational topic once a week, and we're dealing with alternative wave counts. So we talk about how to deal with alternative wave counts. It can be confusing for some, that sometimes we say, okay, you know, there's one count that goes up, there's one count that goes down. The right mindset here is important, and know how to use that and how to deal with that from a strategic point of view. So we are talking about that tomorrow. Might be interesting for some of you. Okay, so the wave count doesn't need to change at the moment. The idea is still, and I'm only going to focus on the 1 hour chart here because the daily hasn't changed, absolutely not. We can do that tomorrow again. Take a look at the daily time frame again in the first video tomorrow. But yeah, overall here on the Bitcoin chart, the idea is still that in the two short-term bullish counts, you could say. They are the same until we get one more high done, and then they should diverge from each other. That's a pretty good situation to be in. So in the white wave count, we assume that a fourth wave already completed here on the 23rd of January. So in this scenario, we're already in a wave 5 that can take us to 55K plus. And in this white wave count, we had a wave 1, we had a wave 2, wave 3 probably unfolding, a wave 4 and a wave 5, and then we take it from there. This here is only the 1 hour chart. So in this scenario, it is preferred that the market forms one more high in wave 3. Then we can adjust the support area accordingly to see if it can hold a wave 4. And then there should be one more high. Basically, that wave 4 support zone will then be the jump off point, or should be the jump off point for another high. This is the white wave count. This is short-term bullish and overall bullish, okay? Then we have one wave count, which is short-term bullish, but eventually still bearish within still an overall bullish scenario. I hope that makes sense. It simply means that in the orange count, this wave 4 that presumably finished on the 23rd of January, it's actually still unfolding. And it's just forming a wider flat structure in which we had an A wave down in 3 waves, A, B, C in 3 waves. And as long as we only have a 3-wave move up, as you can see, this is a count we can go with. And then we can still watch for 5 waves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And the yellow box will become relevant again and could be used to look for an entry to trade then wave 5. So it would simply be a bit delayed. But also in this orange wave count, it seems like it might need one more high. Yep, it could be a WXY structure, then it has already topped, but there's no way to predict that. And because of these scenarios, which are not the most probable ones, we are using a support zone. And only if that support zone breaks, we can say that, okay, we have a top in place in wave B, and we're watching for a C wave to the downside, which means that in both scenarios currently, I'm watching for another high at least. And it seems to me, however, as if this wave 4, which is wave 4 of C, of B, and wave 4 of 3, depending on which count we're looking at, but it's the same micro count for both, which simplifies it really, really well. And therefore, still though, we have a support area to watch, and I'm going to zoom in now. These are the relevant Fibonacci support levels. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. We only had a bit of a rally, but as you know, also in corrective rallies, or in corrections, we can get corrective rallies, okay? So at the moment, I don't see any need to change anything here. Still watching here for an A, B, C structure. Nothing broke to the downside, nothing broke to the upside, okay? even if we make one more high, then I would probably say it could either be an overshooting B wave, which can always happen in wave 4s, or it might actually be still in the third wave, because this was not yet a healthy wave 4. If we now see a C wave down, ideal. It would be perfect, and then I'd be happy for it maybe to move up in wave 5 sort of tomorrow or early next week. Target for wave C. If the B wave topped indeed now, then the target for wave C is between 46,895, so the 100% extension level, and the 161.8, and that is at 46,113. So we have to watch, in addition to the orange support zone, we can watch this area more specifically between 46.9k and 46.1k. We'll see if it reacts there. It's just an additional area to watch. And yeah, let's see. I mean, so basically like that, yeah. And then obviously a break above. I mean, if we now form this wave C and then a break above the last high, the B wave high, that would be a confirmation that wave 5 is unfolding. But first, let's see if we form that C wave down now. It looks like 3 waves at the moment, so it would be ideal to form that C wave now. If it makes one more high now, we have 5 waves and might need to consider that the third wave did get another extension, okay? But it wouldn't change the overall assumption. As I said, we're watching for higher prices against support. If the price comes deep in support, maybe a setup, okay? If we are above support, nothing bearish there, right? There's no need to come into support. It's just a support range, not necessarily a target. What we have now, based on the assumption this could be an AB, yeah, I mean, the C wave should reach this, assuming this is a C wave, which would be my preference here at the moment, yeah? Okay, so I keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.